Welcome to another Woolen Yarn Box unboxing. So today's Woolen Yarn Box is really special to me. It's our September box because it's all about a woolen wedding, because my wedding's coming up. It's actually going to be in early October, but these boxes go out mid to end of each month, and so you'll be receiving your box just in time to be invited and to attend a woolen wedding. So I'm super excited to bring you this box. Me and Sammy worked really hard to bring like the touches of all the special things that will be at my actual wedding. So I can't wait to show you what they are and the scents, because they're wonderful. If you have not heard of a Woolen Yarn Box, let me tell you a little bit about it. What makes us different than all other Yarny subscription boxes? We have both knit and crochet options. Every month we bring you special themes, and these encapsulated themes are meant to be an all-immersive Yarny experience. And what that means is that you're not only going to get gorgeous colors like you would in other boxes, but you're going to smell the place you're knitting or crocheting, because the boxes are all themed around places you knit, crochet, and make all day. So you're going to smell it. This could be with the candle that we provide. There's a lotion bar we hand pour here. Sometimes a wool wash, they alternate. Or maybe through an extra goodie. So you're going to get an extra goodie in your box, including something that you could maybe use for your making room, for your whips itself, maybe something really just pretty that goes well with your project. It could be buttons, fun things like that. So this experience is meant to give you a full roundabout theme to make you actually feel like you're visiting that place that month. And so the place this month in September is going to be a woolen wedding. And so these are on pre-order until the 23rd, I believe, of this month, August, in which then they'll close, and these one-of-a-kind colors, charms, the bag you get with it, and all the accessories, you can't get them again. So these are really special one-of-a-kind kits every month that we bring to you, and we hope that you get to really feel the experience that we're trying to go for here. So in this case, it's attending a woolen wedding. So without further ado, I will show you the bag to kind of get us started off here, because I think the bag is going to tell you all about the place you're visiting. So our wedding is going to be in the mountains, and that means cool, crisp air, hopefully in October. Sometimes it's still a little warm, but hoping for cool, crisp October air. The leaves changing, and we're going to be overlooking on the mountains down onto those changing leaves. And so the bag went perfect with that theme this month. So it is like a watercolor kind of view here, with that gorgeous greens, and then of course all those oranges, yellows, and touches of red that the changing leaves have in October. And so it's a really nice sock sack size. It is box bottomed, and so it has plenty of room, and you can fit your socks in there if you're making socks, or in this case with this box, we also give you knit or crochet patterns, and so you'll be doing a beanie, which I'm excited to tell you about, or a cowl. Or you can use your sock set to do socks if you're like me and sometimes you like a good vanilla knit pair or a different pattern. Up to you. The box is so versatile. So here is the bag to go with this gorgeous mountain view. I, of course, was extremely inspired by the changing of the leaves. And so I've kind of captured that in the yarn. So this is on our 80/20 base, which is what naturally comes with the box. If you would like something else, a different base out of all of our bases, which you can find on woolenwomenfiber.com, we have a base page. You can just let us know and we can make some changes for you if you'd like. But here it is. This one is absolutely fantastic. I am so excited because to me this looks like when you have a pile of leaves and you want to jump in them. So I'm kind of mixing in that sunset feel that I was going for the wedding too. Like I feel like when we're overlooking the mountain onto these trees, it'll be kind of like that time of day, hopefully that golden hour shining onto the tops of the trees, and that's what this reminds me of. It's got fun speckles, because of course the leaves evoke really fun speckled colors. reds and greens, the golden hues. And so I wanted to bring in more, we have a lot of green going on, right, because of the trees and all, so I wanted to bring in more of like that cranberry, red, rust colors. And so this month you're going to get 2 10-gram minis to make up your heels, toes, and cuffs. And so I think it really brings out a little more of those speckles in there and the different rusty colored vibes that we all know and love for fall. So you get your bag, your yarn, everything matches. Just as I told you with a woolen yarn box, we want the whole theme to come together. And so we're in the mountains saying I do. And let me show you a little Sam's Tiny Trinkets. Okay, so Sammy hit this out of the park, and honestly, like, I'm gonna cry. They are just the sweetest little trinkets, and they're so special to me because it's a little piece of, like, my wedding decor on my knitting. And I hope you guys love this too, because honestly, I hope it's nostalgic for you as well, because candlelight and lanterns and pumpkins are all about what fall is about. Well, in part anyway. And so we are going to line the aisle with leaves instead of rose petals, and there will be lit lanterns and pumpkins and things like that. And so Sammy brought that to life in her little trinkets. How sweet is that? It's got a little leaf on there. I love this like brassy kind of color, dark color she used for the lantern. It is October, and I feel like we're going to have that kind of dark vibe to go with the warm hues. And she did a little pumpkin. I think these are absolutely adorable. What's super special is anything that lights up, like that you would know in real life would light up, Sammy makes light up as a trinket. So these are actually glow in the dark, the lantern. So if you charge this like under a light briefly, you could make it glow. Trying to see if like there's a way to charge it. Maybe if we hold it up to the sunlight for a minute. I think so. If you had like a lamp and you held it up there, it might be a little better. Oh, there, it charged it. Okay, here, I'll show you. So I just held this up to the window for a minute, and it's already lighting up just a little bit, and that only took a second. So if like you really charge it, it'll be really cool. So really gorgeous and so cool. She made it light up just like it would in real life. So you're starting to see the picture come together, right? I am, and I'm so excited. It's almost like being at my day before my day. It'll be nothing compared, but it's exciting to kind of pick the pieces apart on what's going to be there. Now for smells. So we have a pumpkin chai lanolin lotion bar. So I was telling you in the beginning about what makes this box special is that we're really going to smell the place that we're visiting, and this Woolen wedding is going to be all about pumpkin, chai, spices, and fall scents, but apples. A lot of apples, like that crisp freshness. So pumpkin chai is our lanolin lotion bar. We do hand pour these here at Woolen Women Fibers. And you'll get like a card with all the ingredient list on it and all the things you need to know about what's in the bar. But it is extremely hydrating. Like, it makes your hands so nice, especially for the upcoming fall and winter weather. This is going to be perfect. You're going to just remove this. So it's a really cool kind of stick that you can keep in your bag. You're going to roll it up when you need to. You're going to spread it on your hands and then just work it through your hands as you go. And you can work with your fiber, and it makes your yarn smell absolutely delicious, but also conditions your yarn as you work with it. So pumpkin chai is the scent for, oh, it's so good. For a woolen wedding for the lanolin lotion bar, but then we want to bring in that apple scent. So we have an appley married candle, and this is special because it's really going to be the candle that we give away for favors at the wedding. So me and Jared are making actual appley married candles, and everybody will get one as like a gift on their way out of the wedding. And I just think it's so special that you guys can get one too. So, appley married candles, they're going to have that warm kind of scent to them as well, but the fresh apple is definitely in there. Some caramel notes, a little bit of sweet. It is so delicious. So, appley married candles are going to hit it out of the park. We have since we're tying the knot, I thought this was only fitting, and Sammy actually thought of this, which was pretty amazing. Knitting cords. So if you don't know what they hold stitches for you. So, or they basically like they hold live stitches. So if you're ever like needing to hold stitches while you wait to do a sleeve, like you'd have to tie off these stitches, live stitches, while you work on the rest of the body. Or like if you're holding some stitches back and you're working the front of something, this would come in handy. So there is a hole in this cord, and your needle tip goes in there, and you want to get it on there pretty secure, and then you can slip your stitches along the cord. And we made it this nice orange to kind of go with that fall leaf changing color vibe. And so we thought, because we're tying the knot, you could tie the knot. So these will hold your stitches. You just slip your needle onto there. There's two ends, both with a hole in them, and you can slip off your stitches onto the cord. It is like a slippery-ish kind of cord. It's not too slippery, but the point is, like, some of the leather cords are a little hard to push stitches onto. I find that this is actually much easier. And then when you're finished pushing all your stitches on there, you can in fact like tie it or like pin it, however you want to do it to kind of hold your stitches back. But you could actually give this a little bow of some sort just to keep them secure so they don't go anywhere while you hold your stitches back. And we're giving them to you in this little carrying case. It comes with one 60-inch cord and two 30-inch cords, both wrapped neatly in your little case here. So you can throw this in your project bag and be good to go. Now, the last thing I want to tell you is about the amazing patterns for this box. For me, fall evokes like a feeling of, I want all the hats. The pom-poms are sort of like winter, but for me, fall is like a time for beanies. So we found the perfect pattern called, and I think the name is absolutely, like, the meaning behind the pattern was also amazing, the Eternal Dawn Beanie by Janet Pippin. So this is the crochet pattern for this box. So you'll need a thicker yarn, and if you are a crocheter, please be sure to leave a note in your order that you crochet. If you have a preference on base, you can put it there, but if you just put crochet, we will give you the appropriate yarn for each month of that crochet pattern. So the Eternal Dawn Beanie, it's by Janet Pippin, and I'll show it to you here. Our test knitter Rachel actually did this one, Creative Yarnaholic. She does all our knitting and crocheting for our boxes, and she did an absolutely amazing job. I'll show you here. Now, this is done with our worsted base. It is 100% superwash merino, which is what you'll get automatically if you had just signed up for like crochet, if you left crochet in the notes. If you'd like a non-superwash worsted, we also carry that, so that could be something that you could do. So there's some options if you'd like to make some changes. But I think these colors really lend well to both non-superwash or superwash. The superwash is going to be a bit brighter, but the non-superwash I think has that really cool faded fall look that I think is wonderful. And it honestly, for me, it's super soft, but it's more of a rustic kind of feel, and I like non-superwash as well. So that's the Eternal Dawn Beanie by Janet Pippin. And then we have the Bonnie Cowl, because for me, beanies, cowls, those small accessories for the fall are what I'm going to layer, maybe under a jean jacket or over some kind of sweater, but they're going to keep me warm without keeping me too warm. So this is the Bonnie Cowl by Sandra A. James, and this is of Urban Chic Crochet and Knit. So Rachel also knit this for us, and I think the cables that run through this are perfect for like symbolizing two people coming together and a wedding. And I think that Eternal Dawn beanie we were just talking about is perfect because marriage is like eternal, and we're hoping to get married at that golden hour sort of like look that dawn sort of carries as well. And dawn meaning the beginning of something, like the dawn of an age or the dawn of time. Like it just marks the beginning, and I kind of associate that with our marriage and what's gonna start as new. So for the Bonnie cowl, I think those cables mark people coming together and like the joining of two. So take a look at this. So absolutely love this. I will tell you, this we made some changes to. So normally, let me take a look here to make sure I get this right. Normally this pattern calls for I believe it's a worsted weight. And so our DK is like super comparable to our worsted. They're both 230 yards per 100 grams. So they're kind of interchangeable. You could use them. Just make sure you get gauge if you're really looking for a specific gauge or wanting that to be like super by the pattern. But for us, we were going to work with sort of the fingering weight that comes with the box. So because you get an 80-20, I wanted to know what these colors would look like marled. And so Rachel from Creative Yarnaholic did just that. She took 2 strands. So she caked this up into 2 different cakes and then marled them together and held 2 strands of fingering to make this gorgeous cowl. And then she used the 10-gram minis as sort of like accents here and there. Same thing on the Eternal Dawn beanie. So she really is great about utilizing these for something other than heels, toes, and cuffs. So I think it came out absolutely gorgeous. That double held fingering mimics our DK base, which could have been used for this pattern originally. If you feel more comfortable and you want the DK or the worsted, just leave us a note or send us an email. It has to be 2 weeks prior to the 7th of the month for any changes. So just be sure to reach out to us. We're happy to switch it out for you for just a single month if you feel like you might like that for the knit pattern. But otherwise, if you get your 80-20 sock set, you can do yours just like Rachel did with the fingering held double, and it came out beautiful. And so Rachel keeps pattern pages, or I'm sorry, project pages on her Ravelry. So if you ever want like links to that, check out Creative Yarnaholic, her Instagram, or ask one of us and I can point you in the right direction. But she keeps project pages for those if you want to see how they were done and you kind of want to do the same thing. So really excited for this box. I hope you all are too. These boxes are so special to us. We worked so hard curating them and making the theme really come together. This box especially, me and Sammy really enjoyed putting it together. I think it'll be really special because Mom is making most of our bags again for this month, and so you'll see a little piece of all the Woolen women in this special Woolen wedding box. And so, yeah, tag us if you are unboxing, tag us in your progress. We want to see how much you loved all your Woolen wedding goodies or any of the other adventures you've taken to places you knit, crochet, and make all day with the Woolen Yarn Box. But until then, make sure to subscribe if you're new to the box to get these one-of-a-kind goodies in a box jam-packed with smells and all kinds of gorgeous things that you can open every month to different places. One note to add is if you do not like scents, we have a basic box option that nixes out the bag and the scents. So you just get Yarn Charm extras, and so it won't be scented. So for allergies, if you have them, that is a good option. And if you ever want to add a bag onto that option, you just let us know. Okay, so we will see you back here for another unboxing. We've just revealed our October box. We are going to a Woolen Halloween town. If you're not on our email subscriber list, definitely get on it. That is the place you're going to find all the new and upcoming things that are happening, so you don't miss out on any special boxes or themes. If you're wanting to see behind the scenes for a Woolen wedding and all the wedding things coming up, from picking the dress to attending the wedding to saying I do, check out our Patreon. Woolen Women Fibers Patreon has an exclusive sticker club where we bring you one-of-a-kind hand-drawn stickers by me and Sammy, and then we match the yarn and charm to go with it. There's minis and full skeins and all kinds of options. We do monthly vlogs, blogs. You get discounts on everything store-wide, and let's see what else. Oh, Tea with Twins. We have a podcast thing going on. So check that out. We will have all the wedding stuff up as we get closer to the wedding for all of you to see. Okay, bye.